Hi, beautifuls. Satsang time with yours truly. I got completely derailed this last week. I was coming off a high of alignment. I mean, I just clicked into place. By alignment, what I mean is like I was lined up with source. I was lined up with love, with my own passion, my own light. I was completely open to the divine. My energy levels went through the roof in all the juiciest ways. I was taking care of my body. I was enjoying it. Things were starting to come to me like they had never come before. I was just this magnetic attractor being, and it was like, oh my God. I had got a waiting list of clients. I had like 3 or 4 offers to be on radio shows. One person even offered me my own TV show out of the blue. My sense of well-being was at an all-time high. Oh my God, this was on for about a week and a half. And then last week on like Tuesday, I think I hit a wall. It was like I was flying through life feeling so lined up with the divine, so lined up with my source energy, so lined up with my spirit. This is a gorgeous feeling. And I was like, I've done it. I'm here. I have arrived. This is my new life. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday last week, I just went, bam, I crashed into a wall. And I didn't get really sad or upset or angry. It wasn't an emotional crash. It was an exhaustion crash. I absolutely crashed into my exhaustion. And I was like, I could barely get through the rest of the week, which was not so good because I was fully booked with one-on-one sessions and readings. And I was like, oh my Lord. So I really kind of like stumbled through the week and into the weekend. And even the weekend when I was resting, I couldn't move through this exhaustion. And all this, like, as I kind of hit this wall and went, oh my Lord, what happened to me? I was so there, I was so lined up. That was how I meant to live. And then I just hit this wall and I went, oh my God, it's gone. How did I lose it? How did that happen? I was just doing my thing. And as I started to reflect on sort of that week and a half, you know, where I was at when I really lined up, because I've just come off a really hard couple of months. It's like one of those life kicked my butt kind of things. And I was so, yes, okay, I found it. What happened? What happened? How did I lose that fierce alignment? And what had happened was I began to slip in my practice of radical self-love, my practice, not so much like I would meditate every day. I would do my stretches every day. But where I began to slip was in my energy. I had leaky energy. And it was interesting during this alignment period, a lot of those where I'd been leaking energy got like stopped up. People kind of cycled out of my life and I was good with it. I understood it. People cycled into my life. But there were still some places I was having leaky energy, and it was in my thought process, in my sort of not unconscious, but where my awareness, I didn't have awareness. I was thinking about, I was scrolling on my phone a lot, you know, instead of getting up and going immediately into meditation, I spent an hour, you know, checking my social media or just kind of zoning out with no direction, no mental direction, no emotional or spiritual direction. And then I would try and catch up and go into my meditation. Whereas when I went into alignment, because I was coming off such an intense period of, you know, because it was so hard, I hit the bottom and I went, I have to pull my energy back. I have to bring it back to myself. I have to do this, or I feel like I'm not going to survive any longer. So I brought it back to myself so fiercely. And as I started to feel better, I allowed my energy to bleed out again. I allowed myself to get lazy in my vigilance, with my self-care, with my love, with my connection to spirit. And as I allowed myself to get lazy, even incrementally lazy, I lost the alignment. I lost the fierce alignment. And my exhaustion was my signal that I had lost that alignment. And as I was in that exhaustion, it was harder and harder to catch up. So my emotional well-being started to drop. I started to feel bad. I started to notice what wasn't working, all the little things that were off in my life and what I wasn't getting and desires that weren't being met. And I started to have anxiety about, well, it's good now, but is it going to stay good? You know, am I going to be able to keep myself booked? And and all of that. And boom, went down the rabbit hole. So today, Monday, I have a very full day, can be very busy, have to get myself back on track. Went to bed last night, Sunday, still exhausted, didn't know how I was going to do it. Went to bed with a prayer, said, God, Holy Spirit, help me out here. What do I need to know? What do I need to do? And what I did is, instead of, taking my phone and scrolling social media and like drinking, 4 cups of coffee in the morning, I got up, I drank a cup of water, I checked my messages because I couldn't quite resist it, but then I put the phone aside and I went into meditation, and I was still feeling anxious, still unaligned, and I did my stretches, still unaligned, and then I cleaned and I still wasn't quite aligned, and I listened to some Abraham Hicks while I was cleaning the living room and to figure out that energy. And then gradually, through all of that, as I pulled my energy back, pulled my thinking in, pulled my love of myself and love of God, and started really focused on being present and in spirit, okay, I'm getting back into alignment. I'm not at the fiery alignment, the fierce alignment that I was a week and a half ago, but now I know how to get back there. Now I understand more clearly how I removed myself from that place. And it wasn't anything obvious. It wasn't like I decided to be in a pissy mood. It wasn't like anything big happened that knocked me out of alignment. It was a very subtle shift in my thinking. It was a very subtle shift in my priorities. You have to keep your priorities in God, on spirit, on your own self-love and self-alignment. You have to pull your energy back in. And when you do, that fire, that incredible happiness and joy is available to you. You become a magnet for all good things. People want to be around you. They want to throw things at you. They want to give you opportunities. I throw good things at you. So this is all available to you, but it's a fine-tuned process. And the thing I really want you to know is this process is available to you. This alignment is available to you, to everybody. And it is a practice. And it's not hard, but it takes commitment. And where the commitment gets challenging is when you have the alignment and then you lose the alignment and you don't quite know why you lost the alignment. And you have to keep circling back, and you have to keep taking responsibility, and you have to keep taking your power back, and you have to keep working at it and chipping away at it, and just gently move yourself back into that awareness and that again, alignment, that source energy. And it's very subtle sometimes. Most of the time, what tips us over the scale out of alignment and into a life that is less fun. Because that's the point, is to be happy, is to be aligned, is to be living our passion and be fueled. So be gentle with yourself, but stay committed. We lose our commitment because we lose confidence in ourselves and faith in the divine when we don't really understand what knocked us out of alignment. When we don't really see the very subtle shifts in our thinking and behaviors and priorities and where our energy is going. When you're funneling your energy into your phone, or you're funneling your energy into other people and their experience and their feelings, when you're not owning your experience and pulling that energy back in and lining it up with source, it's very challenging to get to a place where you can feel fulfilled and happy and be that magnetic attractor of all good things. And it's hard to stay in faith. It is all you, it is all us individually that keeps us rolling into alignment. So if you find that you are challenged by that, where you're like, I don't know what's not working, I don't know why it's not working, I just want you to take a breath, have some faith in yourself, and have a little patience. If you have patience, if you send out the question, okay, give me clarity on this, help me understand why this isn't working, why I'm not feeling good, even though I'm doing the things, it will be revealed in a short amount of time. You have to be a little patient and let it reveal itself. Keep that commitment, even if you don't know exactly what to do, even if you don't know exactly how to shift or what needs to shift. Stay in that commitment to divine source. Stay in that commitment to yourself, because you and source are one and the same, okay? So when you're loving yourself, you're loving God. When you're starting the day with yourself, you're starting the day with God, and vice versa. Sometimes we need to take that love outside of ourselves and give it to an entity or a higher being, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But eventually, as you continue this practice, you're going to go, oh, there it is. So I hope that's helpful to you. Let's do this. Let's sink into ourselves, pull our energy back, love on ourselves, start the day with the divine, and let it be easy. And just remember, it's a practice, not perfection. It's a practice.